Hey you guys, it's T-Zone Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video.
Oh na na na, cheat me. Oh la la, oh la la. When you see me, treat me nice. Just give me some cup with ice, my friend, and them feeling right. Oh Lord, we in paradise. When you see me, treat me good. We come
today, I am going to be talking about a Juvias Place mini haul. A couple things I picked up from their US website. Their US website was having a, I think it was, I want to say 40% off sale. I ended up paying like $8 for the shade sticks. I paid $10 for the foundation. This was all good news to me, basically because I am not sure what shade I am. I'm not sure what shade I'm gonna be. Just as a reference, I will leave all my shade information for all the foundations that I use. I will leave them down below for you guys, because I had to watch literally a million YouTube videos, and this was just to figure out what shade I'm gonna be. So I thought I would film this video and you can discover with me whether I was right or whether I was wrong. We shall see. Before I get into the shade sticks, the shade stick foundations and concealers that I bought this Warrior palette. I've wanted this for some time, but I just thought while I was ordering that I should just get it. Who can be mad at a palette that looks like that? Like, who? So it says the Amazons, inspired by the ferocious and decapitating beauty of the Dahomey, I think Dahomey Amazons of Africa, who defied societal norms to protect their people, a true embodiment of strength, fierceness and beauty. The Warrior palette consists of 9 highly pigmented shades. That it does. I mean, I haven't used them yet, but everybody knows Juvias Place has got that pigment, baby. It's got that pigment, and I know that that gold is calling me. And this is like my everyday work shade. I will just put that all over my eye or something like that. I will darken the crease with that, the outer V, excuse me. I'll pop something like that in my inner corner, or even like that. Inner corner, goodbye, out the door, 5 minutes late. Such is life. So that's the Warrior palette. I'm so glad I picked that up, and I'm so glad I picked it up for a snatched price. Like, I snatched this. I didn't purchase this, I snatched this. Let's start with the foundation. Now, after watching various videos, I did research. So I hope and pray that one of these is my shade. So I got Rio 430 and Ethiopia 400. I'm going to look at Ethiopia first. So it comes in this tube. This is not very conventional. It's not very conventional for a foundation. It's nice and very cute, quite sweet. It's 30 mils. Okay, so it's the same. It's the even though it looks different, it's the same as my Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm guessing it's the same as my Bare Minerals. So I'm guessing that's pretty standard for a foundation. To be honest, I've never really paid that much attention. I've never really paid that much attention to how much product I'm getting. When it comes to foundation, I want what I want. And if it's good, I will buy it again. I really don't care about the price. I really don't care about the mils of the product. I'm just not that girl. I'm like, gimme now. If you're gonna make my skin look pretty, gimme. Let's do a shade test. So this is the 400. This is the 400 Ethiopia. I'm glad it comes sealed because that could have been an international nightmare. Oh dear. Okay. Do not ask me why I've just taken 2 fingers and slapped it on. It's because when I squeezed it out, I'm intrigued by this one. I don't know if you can see this. Okay. It is super bright right now, so you may not be able to see this properly. I hope you can. But that is not a bad shade match for me. Impressed. Very impressed. Highly impressed. I'm going to try the other one anyway, but I'm going to do a proper swatch so that you can, so that actually comes up on camera. There we go. See, I'm so tempted. I'm going to do the other one on the other side before you think this girl is smearing this all over her face. This is a really good match for me. This is typical Tara, by the way. Oh yeah, I'm just going to do one swatch, then I'll do another swatch on the other side, and here she is just painting her whole face. But I really like this shade. And now I'm thinking, and you can see literally straight away that has just covered my pigmentation in a few little finger taps. Like, look at that. That's like so smooth and almost all one color, bearing in mind that was just the leftover on my fingers. And then you can see what the pigmentation is like here. Wow. Okay, so this is Ethiopia. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like I could get away with that shade as well. The coverage. And no, I don't normally put foundation on with my fingers. I'm gonna wipe my, so that side is Rio. I don't know if you can see it. The reason I've left my forehead blank is so you can see. It looks actually worse on camera, but in person, wow, wowzers. So this is 430 Rio. And you can see it's a little bit warmer than my actual skin tone, which is my forehead. You can see that there. I'm gonna wipe my fingers off. I'm gonna blend out this Ethiopia. And then I might actually put on my makeup like a normal human being. Some people do actually use their fingers. I've just used my fingers because, oh my god, a little goes a long way with this foundation. Annoyingly. Okay, I'm gonna leave my forehead blank because that's my reference point. So this has nothing on it except a horrible, humongous mark and a little bit of dried crumbling spot cream. So my forehead is black. That's my actual complexion. This side is 400 Ethiopia. And this side is 430 Rio. So this side is Ethiopia. And this side is Rio. Okay. I have just turned my brightness down a tad, literally on my camera. Not even, I don't have any lighting other than natural lighting. For foundation videos, I always try to stick with natural lighting. First of all, the coverage. I've seen so many videos on this foundation and I knew the coverage was going to be bomb. But I didn't expect it to look like skin. I know I've got foundation over my lips, so I'm sorry if I look crazy right now. But I didn't expect it to look, I don't know, like skin. Full coverage foundations are not my best friend. I find that they can clog my pores. I also don't like it when my skin doesn't look like skin. I have pigmentation. I have breakouts every now and again. Wow. With the Juvias Place foundation, that's basically gone. Anyway, I have pigmentation. I have breakouts. I am mixed race. I have Asian and black in my family. Both of those cultures, races, are used to pigmentation, and so I am predisposed. That's gonna happen. I am not that insecure. I know there's some people who hate dark under eyes and they hate like darker eyelids and around their mouth, and that's not me. I'm not really about that. I have it. I think my skin color is beautiful and I wouldn't change it for the world, to be honest. That's just me being honest. I'm happy with it because it represents my mum and my dad and their families, and I love them like crazy. If you know me, if you follow me on Instagram, you know how important my family is to me. And this right here, under the foundation, this right here is a history. So I think I'm happy enough to say I can get away with both sides. This Rio 430 is ever so slightly warmer, and I don't know how it's coming off on camera. I think it's coming off actually. This side looks warmer to me than this side, but I have chosen the right shades. When I buy a full coverage foundation, I will always match the darker tones of my skin as opposed to the lighter tones. I also never match my neck. My neck is darker, as you can see. My neck is quite dark, and then my chest, if you can see that, is raw poultry. So it's very difficult for me to match anything because this is a color, and in fact that is a color, that is a color, that is a color. I'm multicolored, and I'm cool with that. Like I said, I'm cool with that. That's history right there. That's culture and history. But I never match my neck. I try to match my face as best as possible, the tones of my face, and I never match my chest because that's like, no, that's like beige. That's not gonna happen. So I think I've done pretty well. I'm pretty pleased. I'm pretty pleased with that. So that's the foundation. I bought 2 concealers. I bought number 13 and number 14. This is light. This is number 13. I'm just gonna go in because I'm just that kind of child. I'm just gonna go in. Okay. Oh, it's not light at all. That's perfect, I think. We speak too soon. I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. And then I come out like, again, I've got my brightness down. So this is actually coming off quite true. Ooh, yes. This side is warmer. Ugh, because I've got the brightness down, but bitch is bright as hell. So from what I can see, oh, I just realized one has Juvias Place on it and one doesn't. So that's got the Juvias. That's number 13 that's got that. And then this one, number 14, has nothing other than on the lid. That's so weird. Don't judge me. But yes, this is my Beauty Bakery blending egg sponge that looks dirty. I did actually wash this yesterday. Let me blend out number 13 first. Okay, I've already used too much. I already like number 14 more. Yeah, I like number 14 more, but I like it more because it's warmer. And like, it's basically the same shade except number 14. is warmer. I am going to put on a little bit of my J-Cat Beauty Aura Glow. And this is in Moonlight. I'm just going to highlight my cheeks. Because I usually put... That's better. I usually put this under my foundation. So I'm just giving it a fair shot. Okay, I brought you in a bit closer. Hey there. I'm going to set my face, as always, with my Huda Beauty in Kunafa. I love the smell of the Huda Beauty powder, I can't lie. I'm taking a beauty blender that I only use for powder. I'm trying to do the exact same steps as always. This is my Ash Cosmetics loose powder, translucent. And this just gives me like a little edge. Makes my under eyes nice and bright. But most importantly, when I do this step, my concealer really doesn't go anywhere. So I find that these two powders, they do work really well together. So this is a good one. At the moment, even though I look crazy, I'm going to go straight in. No, I'm going to do my brows. I don't do much to my brows. As you can see, I have really thick brows. I put on this spot treatment this morning and it is now crumbling my face away, or crumbling on my face, should I say. So this is the Goof Proof or brush, whatever you want to call it. And my brows are so overgrown at the moment. If I actually genuinely tried to include all the overgrownness, I would be just colouring in my whole forehead. That's how overgrown my brows are at the moment. What beauty YouTuber do you know that is in the corner of their screen like, oh, anyway, brows are important, you guys, especially when you have enough brow already. And I know so many people who've done these amazing, like, in-depth brow tutorials. I could never do that because most of my brow includes being born. So the shape, luckily, from years of threading, has just, I've got a little bump. From years of threading, the shape has just kind of come along, luckily. I'm even really lazy, and I don't even clean up my brows, to be honest, unless I'm trying to be bougie, you know. I really don't clean up my brows. Like, I'm that girl who cuts corners. It's really bad. If I don't use the Goof Proof, sometimes I'll use the Cabral. That is like a favorite of mine. So this is what I do. I just use the Goof Proof, and then I'm using the 24-hour brow setter like I'm going somewhere. I am not. I'm just putting on all this makeup to go to my granddad's for him to look at me like, girl, why you got all that on your face? That just holds all my hairs in place, all my crazy ass hairs. At the moment, I am honestly gonna say, actually I'm gonna leave the powder in place because we are about to play with eyeshadow. I'll be using really simple brushes that I got from Poundland because they are actually my favorite and they clean so well. They're like fluffy blenders. They're super fluffy actually, which I love. But I do need one flat brush to apply, I'm going to do a super easy look today. I've decided. Because I'm using such a fluffy brush, I'm just building up that colour. And making sure, because I have super hooded eyes, I'm making sure when I open my eyes like that, I'm making sure that colour translates up to the top. Otherwise, it is just lost. It is absolutely lost in my crease. And that's fine for when I'm looking down or closing my eyes. But when my eyes are open, I still want them to be pretty. Honestly, this is my I'm gonna go in with this chocolatey shade right here. Do they have names? I'm gonna use, so I have used Kano. Shout out to Kano. Big ups to Kano. I hope I'm saying it right, because it could be like Kano or Cano. Maybe Cano. That sounds like more Africanized. Anyway, I have just used Kano in my crease. I've used Mino to darken up, to add some drama to my foundation lashes. And now I'm going to go in with Dahomey. Or should I use Benin? Or Idia? Oh my god, they're just all so gorgeous. What should I use? It does have a little bit of kickback in the pan. I don't know if you can see that, but that's never really bothered me because Juvias Place palettes are so pigmented. I went in with Dahomey, like, impulse, like, just while I was talking, like, mid-sentence. Why is it so delicious? Now, I know a lot of people don't believe in putting shimmers on with a brush. Now, to those people, I say fair point. And when I'm trying to be, like, understated, I try and do the thinnest line ever. And then I'm like, oh, just make that a bit bigger and a bit bigger. And then I'm like Amy Winehouse. And I don't even mind. There is, I don't know if you can see. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see that. There's a lot of fallout. So I'm super glad that I kept the powder on. Otherwise, that would have been a problem. I'm going to take a little bit of NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop powder. I'm just going to brush all that away. Okay, I'm now going to contour with my Spectrum A05 and my broken ABH bronzer. I think this is mahogany. This is mahogany. For blush, I am going to use the Becca Brushed Copper, which is actually my favorite blush in the whole wide world. Beautiful blush, like, oh my goodness. It gives such a healthy glow, and I am all for it. I am going to use my Holly Boone, my HNB, is it HNB? HNB Cosmetics liquid lipstick in Obsessed. And I'm going to, shit, I can never open these things. Trusty plastic knife. I love the packaging of her lipsticks. Like, I'm a huge fan. I'm going to line with, if I can open this. Where is your boyfriend when you need him? Ouch. Opening makeup is the worst thing. Peggy Sage lip liner in chocolate, one of my favorite lip liners. Okay, so now I've lined with my Peggy Sage chocolate lip liner. I'm now going to use my HMB liquid lipstick in Obsessed. Sometimes sometimes I even do liquid lipstick first and lip liner second. Okay. So my review. I love this foundation, absolutely adore it. I haven't got any highlighter on, but I may not even wear highlighter, who knows. I don't have any highlighter on, I don't have any lashes on. It's quite a natural look, I think. Some people might think, hey girl, you got way too much makeup on, but I think makeup is different for everybody, and everybody has different likes and different hates, and that is just fine. But for me, this would be an everyday look, going to work. Brows, kind of twinsish, kind of twinning, kind of not. Anyway, so palette is definitely a yes from me. The thing I like about Juvias Place palettes is if you are a beginner in makeup, I am not an expert, I'm not a makeup artist, and I haven't been trained, you know, I haven't been trained in makeup artistry. So when you have a palette that is pigmented and a good formula and layers well and blends well, you don't have to worry so much about being super skilled in detailed eye looks. Basically, you can play with color, see what works for you. I don't even have an inner corner highlight right now. Like, the palette is great. It's great if you are not a makeup artist. It's great if you are a makeup artist. I just feel like it's good to work with high quality products. That's just me. The price point for what you're getting is just incredible. Like £20 for these 9 shades, I think is awesome. I really do. I also think that the golds, I mean, this is not for every skin tone, let's be honest. Let's be super duper honest. Sorry, I have my plastic back on, and I keep all the plastic on forever. I just feel like this is just, I feel like it's made for me. And that is a beautiful thing. I mean, there's a hell of a lot of palettes out there by high-end or high-profile makeup brands, and I think not one color, you know, or the whole top row is out for me, you know. So it's nice to see a palette from a brand who represent and who have women of color in mind. It's not to say that it can't be used by anyone else. It's not to say that it's not for anyone else or it's not made for anyone else. That would be wrong. But to say that I can use every palette, every shade in this palette, and to be honest, I could use every Juvias Place palette, that is something. That is saying something, and I appreciate Juvias Place for that. So let me shout them out in that respect. Onto the concealers. I haven't done a wear test of these. I have not, so I can't say they are the most long wearing amazing concealers ever. I can't say that yet. What I can say is the shade range is amazing. What's nice is that I have 2 different concealers on, you can't even tell. I have 2 different foundations on, you can't even tell. They melt into the skin and you can make them your own and customize them. So for anyone in the UK, I know it's difficult to get Juvias Place because we can't sample them. We don't have anywhere we can just walk into and be like, hey, I want to try every shade that could be my shade in Juvias Place. Like, we can't just test and try them out. And I know, I don't know about you guys, but for a lot of my friends and family, it's off-putting, so it has put them off. But I would definitely say to try, if you can get hold of them, if they have a sale and you know you're not going to be wasting a lot of your money if you get the wrong shade, which is why I bought during a sale, and I bought 2 in the hope that I could use them both. So the concealers, definitely recommend. A little goes a hell of a long way, and the undertones they have are amazing. The 14, even though it's supposedly oh no, ignore me, because they go from, I was about to say, even though it's darker, it's not darker. The 14 is lighter because they start at the darkest shades, which is another thing I love about Juvias Place, just to mix it up a little. Love it. It doesn't go from fair to light to medium light to light medium, and then bronze and dark. It doesn't go like that. It goes from dark, their darkest shade, which is nice. It is nice. But yes, so concealers, love the undertones, love the different undertones. It's weird that one of them has Juvias Place on it and the other one doesn't, but such is life. The foundations, I think this is my new favorite foundation. I will do a wear test. I might come back and I might. I'm gonna see how it wears over the course of the day, well, the evening, and I will decide. But in terms of the look, right now I feel flawless. I don't know if that is coming off. You can even see the pigmentation and not necessarily texture, because I don't have much texture, but you can see the pigmentation in my skin here, and then here you just can't see anything. I just think it's flawless, and for the price I would buy this as long as my skin remains the same and it doesn't break me out and it doesn't change my skin's moisture levels, which some foundations can do to me. You know, my skin doesn't become excessively oily overnight and it doesn't become excessively dry overnight. As long as that, you know, stays as it is, this could be my new favorite foundation. It could overtake NARS. Sacre bleu. Love this Warrior palette. Yeah, that's all I can say, I think. Tell me what you guys think of the look. Tell me what you think of this liquid lipstick as well from HMB Holly Boone Cosmetics. I'd be intrigued to see what you think. If you think this is an appropriate nude or if you think this is too light for me. So, I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in to yet another rambling video. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below and click the notification bell so you know when I upload more crazy stuff and hour-long videos of me either trying on clothes or trying on foundations that I bought blindly. Why not? I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying well. Look after yourselves, look after your families, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care.